Epilogue. I gape at the house as we get out of the car. This place is huge. D steps up next to me and moves my hair aside so he can kiss my neck.
And the beds are very comfortable.
I smile at him and playfully push him away, turning to Jenna and Julian. Are you sure your parents are okay with us being here? Of course, Julian says. They love Jenna and trust her taste in friends. Besides, whatever we do this weekend, my sisters will have done a lot worse. It's beautiful, Jenna says and looks up at her boyfriend. Why are we just standing here? Noah asks as he gets out of the other car. Let's get inside and get this weekend started. Emma emerges and pulls down her sunglasses to look at the house. Behind her, Knightley glances at her as he gets the bags out of the trunk. Julian hurries to unlock the door to his parents' beach house, and we follow him inside with our bags. The inside is slightly less intimidating than the outside. Somehow, it looks like every image I had in my head of a beach house. There are lots of whites and pale blues, with wooden accents making it cozy. After depositing our bags in one of the many bedrooms, I convince Dee to wait on trying out the bed, and we head down to the large living room filled with comfortable couches and a wall of glass overlooking the beach. This is amazing, I say as Julian brings out a platter with fruits and snacks. One thing I've learned hanging out with Dee and Julian and their rich friends is that they always have snacks and drinks nearby. I have no doubt that someone filled the fridge for us and prepared that platter. Let's go for a swim, Emma says. She's changed into a flowy dress and looks eager to get in the water. Won't it be freezing? Jenna asks. She's still in jeans and a sweater. I had to almost force her to bring her bathing suit. She loves swimming but she's shy. Luckily, we found her a suit that isn't too revealing. If the ocean is too cold for you, you can always use the pool. It's heated, Julian says. I could go for a swim, I say. Emma grins. I'm sure it won't be that cold. I need to change and put on sunblock, Jenna says. Then I can come with you to the beach. Great. Emma sits down and grabs a piece of mango. Hurry up. Do you want to swim? I ask Dee. He shakes his head.
Maybe later.
But I won't mind playing lifeguard if you're swimming in that red bikini. I roll my eyes and smile. I guess I better go put it on then. The entire group heads down to the beach a little while later. Julian has found some chairs and towels and set them up where we can enjoy the sun. Only Emma, Knightley, Noah and I are brave enough to try the water. We line up on the beach. Jenna counts to 3 and we all rush into the waves. The cold water knocks the breath out of me, but it only takes a few moments to get used to it. I laugh and take a few strokes away from Noah, who's splashing water at Emma. She splashes him back and laughs. I take a few deep breaths, steeling myself against the cold more than anything, before I submerge myself completely. When I head back to Dee, he's waiting for me with a large fluffy towel. He wraps me up and holds me as I warm up. So, Julian comes up to us with his phone. I just got a text from Mia. She says she's on her way here. I want to roll my eyes and sigh, but remind myself that Mia is Julian's sister and keep it to myself. Thanks for the heads up, Dee says and holds me tighter. Ever since we went public with our relationship, Mia has been alternating between ignoring us and flirting with Dee as if I didn't exist. Julian looks uncomfortable. I could tell her not to come. Dee looks at me. Don't be silly, I say. It's her house too. And she's your sister. He looks slightly relieved and moves back to sit with Jenna. Are you sure it's okay? Dee asks.
You know how she is. Maybe she just needs to see how happy we are together.
I smile up at him and kiss him on the lips. I want to linger, explore his mouth. But the others leave the water and start complaining about being hungry. There's a restaurant nearby if you guys want to walk there, Julian says. We agree and decide to meet up in an hour, giving us plenty of time to shower and change. I quickly rinse my bikini and hang it to dry in the bathroom before I shower off the sand and salt water. Babe, D calls from the bedroom when I get out of the shower and pull on a robe. Yeah. I use a towel to dry my hair and walk out to him. He's laying on the bed, with only a sheet covering his private areas. How long does it take you to get dressed? He raises an eyebrow. Because we still have 40 minutes. I was going to do my makeup, I tease and let the towel drop. But you're so pretty without it. And I know how to make your cheeks and eyes glow. I open the robe and stand next to the bed. I guess I could forego the makeup. He grabs the sheet, and I can tell he's been waiting for this. I drop the robe and climb into bed. We're late, I say 45 minutes later as I grab a shoe and pull it on. I'm not the one who insisted on being on top. D smirks at me. I didn't hear you complaining. I grab a brush and pull it through my hair. Luckily, it seems to have dried in a relatively acceptable manner during our session. Let's go. You look beautiful, D says and kisses my forehead. I follow him into the hallway just as the door next to our room opens. D, there you are. Mia smiles at him, as if she had been looking for him and only him. I suppress my urge to roll my eyes at her and step up next to D. Mia, I say. Julian told us you'd be here. How come? I want to ask her if she has no friends of her own to hang out with, but that would be too mean, and I'm still hoping we can all get along since Julian and D are friends. Oh, I just wanted a bit of a change. Isn't it funny how we're both here at the same time again, D, just like when we were growing up? And we even share a wall. She gestures to the rooms. Remember when we would knock secret messages to each other? I'm not sure we ever did that, D answers. We should get downstairs. He takes my hand and pulls me past her, but she maneuvers herself to his other side. I think this is going to be a fun weekend, she says. I'm sure it will be. D meets my eyes and smiles, and I can't help but smile back. I love this man. The following day, we wake up late and head straight for the beach. I can't help but notice how Knightley keeps glancing at Emma. I wonder if she liked the bracelet he picked out for her. She seems oblivious to his attention as she enjoys the sun and lets the waves wash over her feet. Ellie, can I talk to you? Jenna comes up to me with red cheeks and her eyes on the sand. I need a favor. Sure. I get up as she gestures for us to take a walk. Is something wrong? She shakes her head. Then what is it? Did something happen? Yes. She sounds hesitant and glances back at the others. I realize she doesn't want to be overheard, and we walk for a little while longer, while I try not to worry. I think we're far enough away now. Jenna, please tell me what happened. Last night. She's avoiding eye contact. Yes? Well, you know how Julian and I have separate rooms. I am well aware of Jenna wanting to take things slow. Did he try to sleep with you? Her head flies up and she looks straight at me. No. He would never pressure me. Good. I relax. Then tell me what happened. I went to his room. Really? I try not to smile. Jenna nods. I've been thinking about it for a while. And last night I knocked on his door. Did you spend the night together? I grab her hands. Jenna, are you no longer a virgin? She blushes again. We didn't do it. Not exactly. But you did something. The nod is almost imperceptible. Oh, Jenna, you know you can take it as slow as you want, right? I know. But I think I don't want to wait anymore. I think I'm going to go to his room again tonight. He said he was perfectly happy to just sleep next to me. But when he held me, I could tell he wanted it too. Her face is bright red at this point. And I like it when he touches me. I am so happy for you. What do you need from me? I can give you all the tips and tricks if you want. The first thing is communication. It's the key to great sex. No, I know what to do. It's not that. She wipes her hands on her shorts. I don't think Julian is expecting anything to happen. So he didn't bring any. And I tried to get some from the store, but I just couldn't.
You need condoms?
Jenna nods. I'm on birth control, and Julian did tell me he's been tested, but still. Do you want me to go get some now? I can't help thinking how Jenna this is. Being too embarrassed to buy condoms. I can come with you. But I tried and I just can't do it alone. I put my arm around her shoulders. Come on then. It'll give me a few moments away from Mia flirting with Dylan. Is she being very brazen? Jenna asks as we walk back to the others. Very, I say. I'm sorry if it's ruining your weekend. Julian would have told her not to come, but it's her place too. It's fine. I'm still having fun. I'll meet you at the house, Jenna says when Dee approaches us. Is everything okay? He asks and looks after her. I'll fill you in later. I let my eyes take in his tight shirt, clinging to his muscles after his swim. But I need to go to the store with Jenna. We'll be right back. We were thinking of ordering some pizza for dinner. Sounds great. I give him a kiss and smile as I hurry after Jenna. I feel silly, Jenna says when we get back. She's clutching a small paper bag to her chest, guarding it as if her life depends on it. Well, hopefully I won't have to do this every time you want to have sex. I think you got way too many. We're never going to be able to use them all. It's good to have options. I shrug and we go inside. I admit, I may have taken some pleasure in Jenna's embarrassment and gone all out. Thank you. You're a great friend. Are you sure you don't need tips? Jenna hesitates, and for a shocked second I think she's about to say yes. But she shakes her head.
Maybe some other time.
She wipes one hand at a time on her shorts. I'm starting to get nervous. You'll be fine. And remember, you can back out at any point. This is your choice. And Julian's. What's my choice? Julian asks. Jenna freezes. Nothing, I say. Did you order pizza? Yeah, it'll be here any moment. He's looking at us with confusion and curiosity. Great. I head for the living room, where I can hear the others. I should put this in my room, Jenna says and almost bolts up the stairs. Ellie? I stop and go back. Yes? Julian watches until Jenna has disappeared. Is everything all right? Did she say anything? I'm afraid I may have been too eager last night. His face is just as red as Jenna's. I don't want her to think that I expect anything. You're fine, I say. She's fine. Let's just have some pizza. The doorbell rings at the same time, and Julian goes to open the door. I spot Dee on the couch next to Mia. She's touching his arm and pushing him into the armrest. I'm back, I say, and his eyes fill with relief as he gets up, leaving a perplexed Mia behind. Thank God, he mutters and kisses me. I give myself a few moments to sink into the kiss and wrap my arms around his neck, sliding my fingers into his hair. Excuse me, Mia says loudly. We were in the middle of a conversation. I pull away from Dee's lips and look at her. I don't think he was very interested. Dee hides his face in my shoulder and Mia scoffs. Pizza's here, Julian says and brings several boxes. I'm starving. Noah barely waits for him to let go of the boxes before he's pulling out a slice. Jenna reappears with a freshly washed poker face. I want to tease her and insinuate at what she's about to do, and if it were any other person, I would. But not Jenna. This is such a large step for her, and I can tell she's doing everything possible to remain calm. So we eat and talk. Emma brings in a pitcher of margaritas, and we break out the board games. The later it gets, the more antsy Jenna gets. I finally fake a yawn. I'm getting tired, I say loudly. I think I'm going to go upstairs. Jenna's eyes fly to me. Me too, she says and stands up. I'm not arguing. Dee stands up next to me. I see Jenna glance over at Julian, who's in the middle of a friendly argument with Noah and Knightley. I speak quietly next to Dee's ear. Could you give me and Jenna a few minutes, and then make sure Julian goes to his room? He raises an eyebrow at me. I'll explain later. As you wish. He sits back down and I walk out with Jenna following.
Nervous?
I ask.
Maybe.
What if he stays up really late?
He won't.
Are you sure? I'm sure. Are you ready? I think so. I have this negligee I was going to wear. Do you think that's silly? Of course not. I think Julian is going to love it. What if I do it wrong? How would you do it wrong? I don't know. But I could be bad at it. Then you'll get better. The first time is usually awkward. But the more you practice, the better you get. What if I'm so bad he breaks up with me?
He won't.
You could probably set him on fire and he'd still adore you and love you. She seems to relax as we reach her room. Then she stiffens. What if people can hear us? Julian's room is far enough away from the others that I don't think they can. Besides, most people here think that you're already doing it. But if it makes you feel better, you can always say it must have been me and Dylan. She takes a shaky breath and enters her room. I don't know. How about I make sure me and Dylan are loud enough that everyone will just assume we're the ones making noise? I smile as I close the door behind me. I can't ask you to do that. Honestly, Jenna, you really don't need to worry about anything. Just focus on Julian and how much you love him, and make sure this experience is for the two of you. Yes, I can do that. Show me what you're wearing. I sit down on the bed, and Jenna pulls out a pink negligee with lace at the neckline. Jenna, it's beautiful. You're going to look gorgeous in that. You really think so? She relaxes, and I stay with her as she removes her makeup and brushes her hair. Once she's feeling more confident and less nervous, I get up and leave. As I slip out of her room, Julian comes up the stairs.
Julian, off to bed?
I ask as I close the door to let Jenna know he's there. Oh yes. Dee said something about getting enough sleep. He peers at the door behind me, the one I'm blocking him from reaching. Ellie, what's going on? I smile and lower my voice. If you're not gentle with her, I will hurt you. His eyes go wide as they take in Jenna's door. What? I make a slight gesture with my head towards his room, and he blinks furiously as he ambles down the hallway, glancing back at me and at Jenna's door. When his door closes, I take a deep breath. Jenna is on her own now. I try to shake off the slight nervousness I'm feeling for her. The door to mine and Dee's room is open, and as I come closer, I hear voices. She'll never know, Mia says. And this way, you'll know what you're in for when we do get married. I pause outside and hold my breath. Tears threaten to erupt, but I wait.
No, Mia.
I love Ellie, and you need to stop this. You can't keep doing this. Move on, find someone else to obsess over. I draw a relieved breath. I don't understand why you're like this, Mia says. You know we'd be good together. No, we wouldn't because I don't love you. Now put some clothes on and leave. I love that man. And as I take another deep breath, I realize I was never really worried. Because I trust him. I trust him completely with my heart and my body. And I think it might be time to propose something new in the bedroom. I take the last few steps into the room. Mia is only wearing a red bra with matching panties. There's a robe on the floor. Just as I enter, she takes a step towards Dee. His attention is immediately on me. His face drops and I can see the panic. Mia notices and giggles.
Oh, Ellie.
This isn't what it looks like. She does nothing to hide her nakedness. There's absolutely nothing going on here. She giggles again.
Ellie.
Babe, I swear I hold up a hand and walk over to Dee. I put my arm under his and look Mia up and down. I think you dropped your robe. I lean into Dee and keep looking at her. Are you really going to be with someone who treats you like this? Mia gestures to her body. I think that's between me and Dylan. You should probably leave now. Dylan, are you really going to let her kick me out? There's no reason for you to stay here. Dee's voice is hard. But fake tears emerge from the corner of Mia's eye. You have to understand how important you are to me. We've been destined for each other since we were children. Mia, I've told you 1,000 times it's not going to happen. I love Ellie. But can you really see yourself marrying her? Mia wrinkles her nose. I'm what? I raise an eyebrow. Well, you're not exactly from the same circles, Mia says. So it would never work. It's working, Dee says. I've told you again and again, I love Ellie and I have no interest in you. You can plead all you want. It will never be us. Mia's face darkens. Our families expect us to get married. I don't care, Dee's voice is firm. But I can show you a good time. I bet you I could make you happy. Ellie makes me happy. Desperation really isn't a good look on you, I say, and lean forward to pick up her robe. I hold it out to her, and she yanks it away from me. You're going to break up, Mia says as she reaches the door. And when you do, I'll be here for you, Dee. Do you think she'll ever give up? I ask when the door closes. I don't know, he says. You look beautiful when you're defending me, by the way. Oh. You always look beautiful. The door next to ours slams shut. I grimace. I don't know how I feel about sharing a wall with her. With who? Dee asks and grabs my waist. His lips find mine and all thoughts of Mia leave my head. When we come up for air, I stroke the stubble on his cheek. Is something wrong with Jenna, he asks. She's been acting strange all day. I think Julian was worried. He started talking to me several times, and then just told me to forget it. I smile just as a door opens and closes in the hallway. Soft footsteps tiptoe past our door. The only other sound is nightly Noah and Emma laughing from downstairs. Nothing is wrong. In fact, Julian is about to get very lucky. Really? I thought she wanted to wait until she was married. I wrinkle my forehead. Why would you think that? He shrugs. Just something Julian said once. I got the impression she was saving herself. Well, I think she's done saving. Good for her. And Julian. And you? Dee's laugh is deep and makes my toes curl. Why is that good for me? Because we are the diversion. The what? We have to be loud enough to drown them out. My mind flickers to the woman in the next room, and a hint of petty glee comes over me. I try to push it away. Do we now? And how do you propose we do that? I walk over to my suitcase and dig around for the item I bought just in case, the one I wasn't sure I wanted to use. Until now. I have a few ideas. I hold up the handcuffs and watch as Dee's eyes darken. Jenna and Julian stay in bed late the next morning. When they finally emerge, they're both wearing silly grins. Curiosity is killing me all morning as I try to find a way to be alone with Jenna. After a late breakfast and a swim in the pool, nightly Noah, Julian and Dee decide to make use of the private tennis court. Emma, claiming she needs to finish the book for her book club, has fallen asleep in a hammock. I pull Jenna with me into the kitchen and grab a yogurt. Well? I ask as she takes a sip from a water bottle and sits down at the counter. Did you? She smiles. We did. And? How was it? Oh, Ellie. He was so gentle and kind. I should hope so. Did you like it? Was it nice? She grins at her water bottle. It was more than nice. The first time was slightly uncomfortable, but Julian was constantly making sure I was okay, and then something happened, and I just let go and started enjoying it. And did you orgasm? Jenna shakes her head, and even though her face is bright red and she keeps glancing toward the others, she answers. Not the first time. I think Julian felt bad about that. Because he went down on me. I told him he didn't have to. But he said he wanted to. Do guys really like that? Because I don't want him to think he has to do that. Some guys love it. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Well, the second time, it was a lot better. And then this morning. I had to bite the pillow to not scream. A smile takes over my face. Jenna. You are no longer a virgin. I guess I'm not. I told you it would be fine. It really was. And I think he liked it too. I'm sure he did. The front door slams shut, and I look at Jenna with wrinkled eyebrows before I get up and head over to the foyer. Through the window next to the door, I see Mia getting into a cab. She doesn't even look back as the car takes off. Did you know she was leaving? Jenna asks. I can't say I mind. Not after what happened last night. What happened? I fill Jenna in as we head over to watch the guys play tennis. It's a beautiful day, and when Dee looks over at me and smiles, I know I'm the luckiest woman alive, and whatever troubles may come, I will get through them with the love of my life and my friends at my side.